The world doesn't stop to ask if you're okay. It doesn't pause to check your energy, your limits, your peace. It just takes your time, your focus, your identity, until there's nothing left but noise and numbness. You say yes when you're tired. You give when you're empty. You listen when no one hears you. And slowly, without noticing, you start forgetting who you were before everyone else needed something from you. This is not selfishness. This is survival. At some point, you have to look at the world, the people, the patterns, the pressure, and say, not today. Because if you don't draw a line, they'll keep crossing it again and again. You were not born to serve everyone else while abandoning yourself. You were not made to disappear behind a smile. You were meant to stand in your power and protect it like it matters. So here's your reminder. The world will take until you stop it, until you say, my peace matters, until you say, my vision matters, until you finally turn inward and begin again.
There's a version of you waiting to be built, focused, clear, untouchable. But that version won't show up in chaos. He won't rise while you're chasing distractions, replying to noise, waiting for permission. You either lock in or you fade out. You lose yourself one scroll at a time, one excuse at a time, one conversation you shouldn't have answered. It's not dramatic. It's subtle. You don't even feel it at first. Just a slow leak of energy until the vision disappears. The truth is, locking in is lonely. It's quiet. It means turning your phone off when everyone else is checking in. It means walking away from things that look good but cost your soul. It means doing the work when no one is watching. This world rewards people who look busy, not people who are becoming something. But the lion doesn't explain his hunt. He moves in silence, and when the time is right, he strikes. That's the discipline you need now. You want clarity? Cut the noise. You want peace? Cut the chaos. You want purpose? Then you better focus like it's life or death, because it is. Your future is not guaranteed. It's built. Locking in means you stop trying to prove yourself to people who aren't even building anything. It means you stop answering every message. Stop explaining your silence. Stop giving away your drive in exchange for attention. People won't understand your focus. Good. Let them wonder. You're not here to be understood. You're here to transform. And transformation requires total focus. Ruthless, unapologetic, sacred. You either lock in or you lose yourself. There is no in-between. There is no balance. There's only now. The version of you 5 years from now is watching this moment. He's waiting to see what you choose. So lock in. Shut out the world. Not forever, just long enough to build something real. Because your focus is your freedom. And the more locked in you become, the less anyone can take from you.
They say silence is awkward. They say it means something's missing. But that's a lie we've been taught by people afraid of stillness. The truth is, silence is where power begins, where clarity sharpens, where noise goes to die. You don't need to respond to every voice. You don't need to defend yourself to every critic. You don't need to explain why you're quiet. Because real focus is forged in silence, and real confidence never begs to be seen. The world fears your silence because it can't read you, it can't label you, it can't control a man who doesn't constantly react. But silence isn't weakness, it's self-command, and that scares people. Some of your biggest breakthroughs won't come in conversation. They'll come in solitude, when it's just you, the work, and the quiet voice inside saying, keep going. You're not done yet. Silence is a weapon, not to harm, but to protect your focus, to hold your energy close. You don't owe noise to the world. You owe commitment to yourself. When you stop needing to fill every gap with noise, you become dangerous, because now you can sit with your thoughts, you can hear your truth, you can see your path, and nothing's louder than a man who speaks with his actions. Let them talk, let them guess. You're not in this for their understanding. You're in it for your evolution, and evolution always starts in silence. Silence isn't emptiness, it's power. Learn to be still, learn to be quiet, and watch how much louder your results become.
You were not built to carry everyone. You were not born to respond to every request, solve every problem, or save people who won't save themselves. Your energy is sacred, and the more freely you give it away, the more lost you'll feel inside. Every time you say yes to what drains you, you say no to what builds you. And some people, they don't love you, they love your access, your availability, your attention, not your peace. You have the right to be unavailable, to protect your space, to walk away without guilt. You don't need to explain your silence. You don't need to apologize for choosing your growth over their comfort. You don't owe them your time. You owe yourself a future, a clear mind, a full heart, a life that reflects your values, not their opinions. Protecting your energy is not rejection. It's alignment. Not everyone deserves front row access to your life. Some people were only meant to pass through, not take up residence in your mind. If they drain you, distract you, or delay you, release them. This doesn't make you selfish, it makes you wise. Because when you waste your energy on the wrong people, you rob the right people of the best version of you. So tighten your circle, raise your standards, and remember, your energy is currency. Spend it where it grows you, where it gives back, where it feels like peace. You don't owe everyone your energy. Guard it like it's the fuel for your future, because it is. And once you start choosing peace over people-pleasing, everything changes.
Not every move needs an announcement. Not every step needs applause. The most powerful growth happens behind closed doors, in silence, in struggle, in the moments no one else sees. Because real progress doesn't seek attention, it seeks results. When you expose your progress too early, you invite noise into a space that requires focus. Not everyone clapping is cheering for you. Some are just waiting to see you fall so they can say, "I told you so." Protect your process. You don't need to prove you're evolving. You just need to keep evolving. Post less, talk less, work more, move differently. Let your future speak louder than your feed ever could. The seed grows underground before it ever sees light. It doesn't shout, it builds. In the same way, your grind, your healing, your clarity, they need time, undisturbed. Give yourself the space to become without explanation. Privacy isn't isolation, it's protection. It's giving yourself the gift of sacred space, a place where doubt can't reach, where opinions don't sway you, where you can hear your own voice again. Don't post every win. Don't share every struggle. You don't owe anyone your journey in real time. You owe yourself the discipline to finish what you started, even when no one is watching. Some things grow better in silence. Some things become sacred when you stop seeking permission. Don't let your progress become public property. Let it be yours until it's strong enough to speak for itself. Progress demands privacy. So shut the door, cut the noise, and build something so real they won't believe you did it until they see it. You don't need to explain why you've gone quiet, why you're not as available, why you've pulled back to work on yourself. The people who matter, they'll get it. Real ones respect the grind because they're grinding too. If someone gets offended by your discipline, they were never in your corner to begin with. Focus threatens the comfortable. It disrupts patterns. It shows who's growing and who's just coasting. And not everyone will celebrate that. You don't lose friends when you level up. You lose distractions. You lose noise. You lose the pressure to keep showing up for people who don't show up for themselves. That's not loss. That's alignment. Your focus is not rejection. It's not distance. It's direction. You're not walking away from people. You're walking toward the life you said you wanted. And the people meant for that life, they won't make you feel guilty for chasing it. You don't need to explain why you've gone quiet, why you're not as available, why you've pulled back to work on yourself. The people who matter, they'll get it. If someone gets offended by your discipline, they were never in your corner to begin with. You don't lose friends when you level up. You lose distractions. You lose noise. You lose the pressure to keep showing up for people who don't show up for themselves. That's not loss. Your focus is not rejection. It's not distance. It's direction. The right people will understand your focus, and if they don't, they were never right for your future.
Approval fades. 1 minute they love you, the next they question you. That's how fragile it is. That's how dangerous it becomes. Chasing something that changes with every opinion. But integrity doesn't move. It anchors you. If your worth is based on what they think, you'll never know who you really are. You'll keep shifting, performing, pleasing, until one day you look in the mirror and don't even recognize the person you've been trying to impress. Stop chasing applause. Build a life you're proud of when no one's clapping. Live by your values, not their reactions, because approval is given, but integrity, that's chosen every single day. They might not like your silence. They might not understand your focus, but you're not here to entertain their comfort. You're here to elevate your character. That's what outlasts noise. That's what builds legacies. When you're clear on who you are, you stop chasing permission to exist. You walk in truth. You act from purpose. You no longer ask, do they like me? Instead, you ask, am I aligned with who I said I'd be? You don't need followers to be valuable. You don't need praise to stay committed. You don't need validation to keep building. Because the moment you build integrity, you become your own proof. Don't waste your life explaining your decisions to people who don't carry your vision. Let your consistency speak for itself. Let your peace be louder than their praise. Don't chase approval. Build integrity. Because at the end of the day, their opinion fades. But your truth, that's forever.
This life isn't about becoming what others expect. It's not about fitting in, being liked, or getting constant applause. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be, the version of you that doesn't need to chase, prove, or perform. You were born with something inside you, fire, vision, clarity, and over time the world tried to dim it, told you to settle, to shrink, to slow down. But that voice inside you, the one that keeps whispering more, that's not ego, that's calling. Becoming that man will cost you. It will cost your comfort, your need for approval, your addiction to distraction. But what you gain? Peace, direction, power. The kind that doesn't fade when people leave, when things get quiet, when life gets real. Everything changes when you stop waiting for the world to validate you and start validating yourself. When you stop running from your silence and start listening to it, that's where your evolution begins. You don't need more time, you need more focus. You don't need more followers, you need more discipline. You don't need luck, you need vision. The version of you you've been dreaming of,
He's built in the dark, right here, right now. You'll lose people, you'll scare people, you'll confuse people, but it's not your job to stay where they're comfortable. It's your job to rise, even if you rise alone. Become the man who keeps his word, who protects his peace, who doesn't explain his evolution to those still committed to comfort. Become the man who builds in silence and walks in power. This is your time, your space, your life. Don't waste it chasing noise. Lock in, go all in, and become who you were meant to be. Because once you do, there's no going back.